Politico spiritual rendezvous is spirituality is the inner science, politics is the external discipline. We need both. The well-known English poet Rudyard Kipling once said, "East is east and west is west, and never the twain shall meet." This maxim has been proved untrue as far as the east and west equation is concerned. But in respect of the equation of spirituality and politics, this undoubtedly holds true. The fact is, spirituality and politics are both full-fledged disciplines, and both need total involvement. So each can become involved in the other's discipline at the cost and erosion of their own. The spiritual person will lose their dedication in the realm of politics, while the politician will lose their political interest if they involve themselves in spiritual matters. But the fact is, both disciplines are needed to better the society. If spirituality is the inner science, politics is the external discipline, and we need both. How to combine them? The answer lies in a simple word, that is, complementarity. Each must complement the other, while maintaining its own identity. If we make an in-depth study of this subject, we will find that spirituality is the inner beauty, without having external Shakti, which is power, while politics is external Shakti, having little inner beauty. Both are in need of each other and complement each other. The spiritual person must serve as a counselor to the politician, and the politician must serve as a booster to the spiritual person. This policy of sharing will prove beneficial to both. A spiritual person is a self-centered person according to their nature, and the politician can help them by taking out of their individual cell so they may acquire more experience of the human life. The same is true of politician. Politicians by nature are ambitious, and this can sometimes lead to insincerity or disaster. It is at this juncture a spiritual person can give them practical advice, which will help them curb their ambitious side, making them more realistic. In our ancient tradition, Dharma gurus were advisors to the kings, and the kings were their supporters. In our present society, in terms of number, we have enough spiritual people, and we have enough politicians too. But we're not able to benefit from the two because of a lack of a sharing process. We need to develop a dual system of education, formal and informal. Formal education can produce educated politicians, but we also need members of the society to be spiritual. This cannot be achieved through formal education. We'll have to evolve an informal type of education whose teachers are spiritual gurus, also known as Ruhani Murshid. These gurus and murshids can teach our present-day generation through interaction, discourse, and dissemination of literature. In my experience, informal and formal education are both independent discipline. Any attempt at amalgamation cannot yield a positive result. Each discipline can try to be helpful to the other without interfering with each other's system. In a partial sense, I can say we need spiritualized politicians and politicized spiritual persons. Both are important. Each can support the other, but only on the condition that they strictly refrain from interference. Spiritual people have much to share with, and the same can be said of the politician. But in our present society, few of them carry this task. The reason is people generally adopt a complaining attitude towards others, and they don't know the difference between sharing and interference. If they want to share, they must avoid complaining and must refrain from interference. Without this course, they cannot be a useful member of the society. This concludes the first chapter of this book. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for listening.